Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I'm about 6 months into owning a Harley Breakout, and unfortunately I'm starting to wonder that I may have purchased a bike that is not the right fit for me. So let me give you some of my thoughts about the bike, all the pros, everything I like about it, the reasons why I bought this bike, and also some of the cons, and some of them are pretty big deal for me again. And the reasons why I'm thinking of actually selling my Breakout. So first, let's start with the pros and the reasons I bought this bike in the first place. Well, the first pro and the obvious one is the looks. The bike looks beautiful. It's a really sexy bike. It's very aggressive looking, with a stretched out look and chopper style. That was the main reason why I was very drawn to this bike. Second reason is a big fat tire in the back. Again, that's one of the iconic things about the Breakout, and that's definitely part of the attraction to the Breakout for me. Third thing is that there's definitely no shortage of upgrades and modifications you could do to this bike. So. And another reason why I liked it so much is that you can make it yours, keeping that stretched out chopper style look, and add different type of fenders and seats and exhausts and anything for the front fender and so on and so forth. So there's definitely no shortage of modifications you can do to this bike to make it different from everyone else's. And the last thing that obviously attracted me to this bike is the performance. This bike comes with 117 engine right from the factory, so it already has lots of performance to it. But there's definitely plenty of room to grow, and anything you can do to the performance of this bike. So again, as a package, this is a beautiful bike with a lot of potential. And a lot of things that can be done with it, and if you're not into it, it's perfect pretty much as it is, and you could just ride it and enjoy it. So these were really the reasons why I purchased this bike in the first place. Now, after owning this bike for about 6 months now, here unfortunately comes the cons and the realization that is making me question my decision of buying this bike. And number one is because it is stretched out, because it's forward controls, and my frame is, I'm pretty short, my inseam is only about 28 inches. The forward controls just making it very unpleasant to ride for longer than about 30 minutes. For those of you who follow my channel, obviously you've seen some of the modifications that I did to the bike, and one of them was I added the bushings to the handlebars to bring them a little closer to me, and that fixed that problem of too much leaning forward. So brought my posture up a little bit, and that's great. Unfortunately, because of the forward controls and not the mids, not the floorboards, that makes again, riding for an extended period of time, and what I mean by that, it's not an extended period of time, it's like 20-30 minutes. My back is absolutely killing me because all the weight is basically on my lower back because of that stretched out feel. Now, if my legs would have been a lot longer and my posture would have been maybe a little bit better, and maybe if I would have been a little bit younger, things would have been a little different. But that's kind of how I feel after riding just for 20-30 minutes, and that's not something that obviously you want to have because you want to enjoy your bike, you want to enjoy the ride. I'd like to get out for an hour, 2-hour ride, and unfortunately it's just not really pleasant to do that on this bike for myself. Now, con number two is the handling of the bike. Again, because this is more of a chopper stretched out bike with a big fat tire, the lean angle on this bike is not great. So it's perfect straight line performance. Even in some twisties, but not a whole lot, because again the lean angle is not huge on this bike. Which brings me to the problem number three, is the turning radius. the turning radius is really bad on this bike. So making tight turns and like parking lots and whatnot makes it also a little bit harder, especially if it's not a really wide area to do that. Now it's not an issue for most soft-tail frames, even more so on the touring frame, because the lean angle on touring frame is actually better than on soft-tails, interestingly enough. So again, for this bike, that's to me is one of the major cons is the handling and turning radius. So putting it all together with all the pros and cons, what's next? What am I thinking? And I'm definitely considering trading this bike in and getting something else, because no matter what else I will add to this bike to make marginal improvements to my seating position, it's not going to change the fact of the design of the bike and the geometry of the bike that again makes those cons are quite substantial to me. So not to dwell too much on this video, I just wanted to make it really short and sweet and to the point, give some of my pros and some of my cons, and back to the drawing board. Do I want to go back to a soft tail, and if it's a soft tail, what is it? And if I'm going back to the touring bike, what am I going back to? So definitely something to think about. Go back to the drawing board and kind of think of some things and figure out what I want to do next. Alright guys, so that will do it for today. Do stay tuned for my next video once I figure out what my next steps are, whether I'm going to do something with this bike or whether I'm going to be trading it into something different. As always, if this video was helpful to some of you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.